How's my buddy? Mr. Dino, I know. I'll be back in a bit, Kevin.
Oh, you're like going to drive?
I'm gonna take the CGT out. Just because it hasn't been running in a little while. What's up, guys? Been a minute since we've done anything on this channel. I apologize for that. We've been super busy. Let's put this cushion back. Dog ate his food. Dino eats raw food. And I was sitting out here having my lunch, and then he came up and like wiped his face on the side of the cushion, and there was raw meat on there. Yeah, Dave and I apologize. We haven't really made any videos on this channel. It's not that hard to make a video. I mean, just film off our phones. But we've been busy. We've been all over the place. We've been California several times. Flew to Florida for like 24 hours to do Dave's car delivery, as you guys have seen. Car's stupid fast. Drives really, really good. The most important key to that car when you're doing twin turbo kits is getting the timing and basically the tune, not just for the engine, but the tune for the transmission. It's really important. I'm gonna get the F1 exhaust from Gintani on this to start, but I have a video coming because I drove my boy Chris's twin turbo underground racing SVJ. Hands down the craziest car I've ever driven. 1600 plus wheel horsepower, all-wheel drive, single clutch, absolute monster. That video comes out in like a day by the time you guys see this. So if you want to check that video out, you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. If you haven't seen Dave's reveal video, you're gonna want to stay tuned for that. I'm gonna put some heat in the engine of the CGT. We gotta take this thing out for a little spin around the block. I try to like take all the cars out. Someone said that I was really brave for parking a Nissan, being the R34, above any car that we put down here, because typically they leak a little bit, and yeah, they do. This one doesn't leak that much, but there's a little bit of stuff here. I haven't driven this car either, so I'm kind of just doing like a little drive in all the cars. Take them out. This car's been sitting for a couple of weeks now. I checked it yesterday to make sure it starts, so I know it starts. The Hummer, I don't think it'll start. I think the Hummer needs to be turned on and likely started and taken for a drive as well. So we'll check on that one after. So let's just fire this thing up. Oh. It's good to be back in this car. It's been a minute. We've got a bunch of projects kind of still being completed as far as like a behind the scenes update goes. You know, the 488 is still at Fast Track Auto Body. On further inspection, that car had some repaint done on the front end, and they didn't paint it to the proper code, the car, if you can even believe that. So Andrew from Fast Track contacted me and said, hey, look, you know, we're gonna probably have to repaint a good portion of this car, so that's why it's taking a little longer. But it's all done. I mean, fenders are all done, the wings on, the wheels are on, the Vorsteiner kit's on, the car's lowered, and half the body kit's been, or the kit's already been painted. Now they're just repainting the actual car. The roof's already painted. So it's gonna do like the car's fenders and like hood and some stuff like that, front bumper, and then put it all back together and it's done. So let's fire this thing up. The CGT's nuts. No fuel. It said consider range. Very low on fuel. So we'll take this thing out and put some fuel in it. It needs a good drive anyhow. Had no problem starting up. Get it off the lift here. The only way this car fits on the lift is if I back it on. It's too low in the front. Front end's too long. And there's no lift in a Carrera GT, so we'll pull this out. Just leave this right here, I think, for now. I'm not gonna let it run though. I know he's my neighbor who lives just on the other side of this fence, so we'll fire that up in a second, take it out. Oh, it's a good looking car. The prices of these cars have gone just skyrocketed. The timing picking this car up was really, really good. This was 800 USD, and now you can't find one for under basically probably 1-2, right, or higher. I know guys who have been buying these in the GT Silver. I mean, this is the obvious Seal Gray, which is even rarer. But GT Silver, they made like over 300 examples, and they're going for, I saw a couple of them with low mileage for like 1.5. It's nuts. You get a color, probably 1.9, 2 million. So fortunate to have this in the DD fleet. I've been learning lots about this car too. You know, the Carrera GT's wing is a hydraulic system, and a guy named Jimmy out on the East Coast, who I'm gonna nickname the Carrera GT guru, or, you know, mechanic god. He's the guy that everybody trusts out there or all over the world. They send him cars. And, you know, he hit me up. I said if I had a photo with the wing up, I like to park it with the wing up. And he said, don't do that. It's a hydraulic system. When the wing's up, it's under pressure. And that pressure, if it's maintained for too long of a period of time, will actually prematurely make that system fail. And he said it's a lot of money to fix. So I stopped leaving the wing up. I take Jimmy's advice. She's a good looking car, but now we got to have a quick look and see how the R34 is doing. The R34 has been parked up here for a minute, quite some time. We don't have enough pressure. I got to turn this thing on. Give me loud for a sec. But what a beast. Great looking car. Doesn't really have a whole lot of horsepower because it's stock, but the R34 is a lot of fun to drive, right-hand drive. When the boost kicks in, it's got a nice little grunt to it. But I've been mainly just holding on to this as a collector piece. As you know, it's not in a lot of videos or hardly in any since we bought it, because there's really nothing I can do to it. I thought about shipping it to down to the States, just due to the fact that I think a lot of people would freak out at the opportunity to see a Bayside Blue R34 GTR, especially one that's a V-Spec 2. I mean, short of this being a Nur edition, this is pretty much, you know, one of the best examples of an R34 you can get. So we just gotta lift this off a little bit here. That should be good. And then release the locks. There we go. And we got all 4 locks off. Yep. We'll lower this thing down. Those LM wheels are probably some of my favorite design for a lot of cars. I was thinking about having kind of like the F1 LM wheel design mimicked for the SVJ. What do you guys think? Comment below. Would a 5-spoke LM wheel look dope? Kind of retro on the SVJ? I personally never seen. Oh, there they are. I was looking for the keys because I was like, I can't find the keys to the car. Look where they're sitting. Behind the wheel on the lift. Oh, there we go. Let's finish bringing this down. I got to see if this car will start, because when they're up in the air like that, they're not on trickle chargers. So yeah, you know, Dave and I regrettably have not been making any stories videos, and we're going to start making some more. We've had some changes within the DD, not changes, but we've added some new people to the DD fleet, and our boy Mark is working full-time with us now as a videographer. So he's going to start making content for the channels in other ways. So taking some of the footage we have and seeing, any bets if it'll start? No problem. This car's good, especially because like the screen, a lot of these screens, by the way, come cracked from Japan, and this one is just mint. Mint. And of course we have the completely reversible. It's done nothing invasive to put this Sony system in, but having a stereo in here is actually really sick, especially with like CarPlay and everything, and this is all touchscreen. All right, that's really all I needed to do, is find these keys and see if this girl would start. She does. So we'll put her back up in the air so I can put the CGT back after. Yeah, so regrettably we haven't made a whole lot of content, and Mark's now on board to help facilitate that. So we're gonna have basically Dave and I doing what we've always done on the channel, on the main channel. We film, it's like our perspective. We always try to add some of the cool, sexy B-roll third-party shots because it's really hard to drive a car and film it from the outside. It's impossible. So Mark's gonna help make sure that we can add those cinematics to the channel. And then he's also probably gonna shoot like behind the scenes. So when I'm not holding the camera up, the rules kind of, the camera's not up and the camera's down and something's happening, like we're going somewhere, because I don't wanna also incorporate too much of our actual main channel footage into this channel, because then it can feel like you're seeing the same thing twice. But we do want Mark, when the camera's down, to kind of capture some of the banter and things that go behind the scenes. So that's the plan. All right, this is the 110 volt because it's right out of my wall. It's not a 220. So this is a bit slow. So I'll stop it here and I'll pick it up here in a second when we hit the Carrera GT. I found the GTR key. Okay.
Well, that's good.
It was sitting on the lift behind the tire, up in the air. That's why I couldn't find it.
Weird.
So,
Who would have done that?
me, I would have forgot it there. Okay, I'll go for a little cruise, take the CGT out, be like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Right, babe?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's take the beast out. She hasn't been driven in a while. This is a good looking car, hey? And again, videos can't do this car justice. You really got to see this car in person. If you've never seen a CGT, it's a sexy, sexy car. Hands down, in my opinion, best car Porsche's ever made for the street. Minus, okay, the Porsche GT1 street car, but that's a unicorn of unicorns. And the Hummer's doing good. I gotta go over there after when we get back. We will go and probably have to jump start that one. I don't think that one's gonna start on its own. So I gotta fix my gate. So to be honest, the reason why content hasn't been made, you guys, I'm not gonna bullshit you, is we've been putting a lot of effort in. If you haven't noticed, we've been putting a lot of effort into the main channel videos, like extra effort, trying to really make those videos look sick. And well, this is not going the way I want it to go. I gotta get this gate fixed. Home improvements are not my forte, boys. Okay, I gotta hold this like this so it pulls this in. There we go. And then I can lock it and it'll stop. Ta-da! Let's see. You know, it doesn't get any easier making YouTube content than shooting it on your phone like this, vertically, talking to the camera, super organic, nothing, no fancy editing. But I've just been super, super tired after filming the main channel stuff. And oh, I have the key in here. I'm looking for the key. It's already in my pocket. And honestly, I've just been not doing it. I've just wanted my downtime. So I think getting Mark to shoot the behind the scenes stuff and all that, it'll make it more consistent. I also don't need the little bit of money that this channel makes. So it's not motivating to go out and film all day, especially sometimes like Presley's not in a good mood, or I'm not in a good mood, or my wife's not in a good mood, or the dog's not feeling good, or whatever. And nobody wants a camera out at that time. So sometimes I've just been saying, screw it. So you guys have missed out on that. But here we are, we're back. And you guys are coming with me. Take the CGT for its first ride in weeks. And first thing we're gonna do is, this car also doesn't like being cold. So the engine, but more importantly, the gearbox. So you gotta kind of ease into it with this car, take it easy for about, honestly, 5 or 10 minutes just to warm the gearbox up, get everything in there working, because you can feel it'll go into gear, but it's just a little stiff. But once everything gets warmed up, this thing shifts beautifully. So some of the things that are coming up is gonna be the 488 reveal. That's a big one. I'm gonna leave it red for a little while, guys. I'm not gonna wrap it right away. The red on that car is gorgeous. The gold wheels really complement that. And Ferrari's race cars, for the most part, are red. So it's gonna look really good. And then eventually we'll probably put my OG black and white prototype camo wrap back on it. That's gonna bring back a lot of memories for a lot of people who remember the very roots of this channel. Oh yes. And we have something we gotta do to Dave's car. I mean, Dave's car looks good as a bit of a sleeper, but I think we wanna put that Super Trofeo kit on it. So we'll probably get around to that. Well, let's face it, there's only one way to really get any heat in a car. Take a stab at how much a pretty much completely empty Carrera GT is going to cost to fill up. We got $1.75.9 per liter. I don't know how big the tank is in this car, but we're about to find out. 94 octane. Here we go. And the tally begins, as Dave would like to say, the gas station challenge. And we got a click. And the fuel amount is $142.60. I'm gonna want to write that one off. You boys will appreciate this. Give it to Unobtainium for making this custom one-off in-canal titanium X-pipe for the Carrera GT. It got rid of all that really raspiness and really redefined that high-pitched note. And a camera never does it justice, but we could try. You're gonna get a lot of wind noise in here with the windows down. It sounds so amazing, and like no other car in the fleet. That's the greatest thing about some of these cars is the engine design and its exhaust are gonna create that experience. And in the future, we're gonna be fucking electric. It doesn't matter anymore. So that's what's gonna make these cars so valuable. Because you're either gonna have this or you ain't. All right, guys, just creeping back down the hill here to my house. We'll put the cars away and I'll fill you in on a few more things. And thanks for watching this episode. I'll do better to put more consistent uploads up. The idea of this channel was to put uploads up on the opposite days that we upload on the main channel, because we do every other day on the main channel. So if we did every in between those uploads, you'd basically, if you wanted to go crazy with DD, you'd have a video every single day. So we'll get back to it. I promise you that. We got to see if the Hummer's gonna start. Oh, I'm turning the wheel. Don't hit the rock. Okay, good. Let's see if this beast will start. I'll quickly put, no, I don't have to put this thing away. I can put it right here for now. Here, let's pull it up. By the way, if you don't know how a Carrera GT works, look, watch. You have it in gear, right? I'll turn the camera around. It's in first. Down here, you see the pedals. Okay, you do not put the gas down. You do not hit the throttle and let the clutch out at the same time. You actually let the throttle out, let it catch, and let it all the way out and get the car rolling before you hit the throttle. Or else, this car is notorious for stalling. And that's how it was intended to be driven. So it's a bit tricky because it's got a very heavy clutch pedal. Like this pedal's very heavy. But aren't they a work of art? Aren't those cool? These are like legit F1 gear pedals. Or gear pedals. These are like legit F1 pedals. Anyhow, they're cool. It's the only car I have that they look like that. Okay, let's reach in the pocket here, and somewhere I have very archaic looking keys. They look like the keys to someone's front door, but they belong to this thing. Now I know that the battery's dead on this. I almost can guarantee it. Let's unlock this thing. By the way, Foreign Builds killed it by doing the black interior in this. Like, it looks so good. So freaking good. And here we go, bring that down just a little, all overexposed. I wanted a diamond stitch to kind of emulate like the 4x4 squared Alcantara interior. They had to redo this whole thing, and they did an amazing job. Amazing job. So shout out to those boys. If you guys have an opportunity, go over to Foreign Builds Instagram account and say, hey, you guys killed it on the DD Hummer H1. So we're gonna put the key in here. You gotta turn it over and let it sit for a sec. And it says wait right here. And that's for the glow plugs. So you want the glow plugs to warm up. It turns off, and then you can, yeah, as I suspected. So what we'll do is we'll leave the key in. I'm already prepared for this. It's been sitting for a couple of weeks. We'll use this bad boy right here. All right. Let's get this thing out. Boom. Bob's your uncle. But we gotta get this whole front end open. These are a bit stiff. Oh my God. Come on, you son of a bit. These are tight. There we go. One. Pull that down, the latch. By the way, what do you guys think of the color? This is paint. This is not a wrap. Matches the Aperta, really. Oh my God, these are tight. Ah. Holy shit balls. Okay, there. And then you gotta lift this up forward like that. Release this. And lift this up. Actually, the other side, because I think the other side's got the latch holder. Oh. Yeah, this is the side that has the, there. That goes in there so that this doesn't fall down on your head, and the battery's on the other side. Damn, it's a good looking car. Oh, let's hit the door. Good looking car, ain't it? This should be powered up. Yep, I got enough juice. Perks of owning older vehicles. Hey, you know what's funny? This is a 2000, this Hummer, and the R34 2000 from the same generation. Exact same generation. All right, I'll put this on this side, this on the other side. Can we reach this way? Let's go this way. All right. I hope this legitimately starts the truck. That. And yeah, let's put it on this side. There we go. Crank that on. Do we have enough juice? About to find out. Please start. That'd make my life a lot easier. I don't have to drag another vehicle over here. Wait for the glow plugs. Come on. Nope. Shit. I don't think that has enough juice. Well, I'm in a bit of a pickle. I'll have to plug this thing in, let it charge for a bit. Plug this thing in. Wifey's G-Wagon. I have a few tires, by the way, if you've never noticed. X-Comp has supplied me with plenty of tires. We even have a set of their AT off-road tires, which I'll probably put on wifey's stock wheels and yeah, run those. Okay, I need to put this here and charge this biatch. I find the cable. Hey, look, rear-wheel drive Murcielago. Well, that's because that's where the front diff is. Here are the ATs. These are amazing, by the way. If you've ever thought about running something that's got a bit more of an aggressive look, these look amazing, perform amazing in the snow. No bullshit. They are awesome. What am I looking for? What am I looking for? Come on. I thought it was right here somewhere, the box. Shit. All right, guys, we got the Carrera GT back in the garage. By the way, we've been working on a project with my buddy Ryan, who owns Protective Film Solutions. And this is it right here. This is gonna be the DD car care line. We have glass cleaner, we have detail spray, we have a waterless wash, okay? We have an interior cleaner. All these products, okay, just like this, nice and clean with our DD tricolor logo on there, is what we will be releasing here in about a few weeks. So, third week of September, end of September, like the 1st of October, somewhere in there, we'll be using this, we've been using this for months. Ryan's got it dialed right in, and it's amazing products. I would never put anything on my car I didn't trust 100% because, well, that's a $1.2 million car. So I want to use the best products I can. And even though I gave it a little quick rinse at the car wash, this is going to get rid of, like, if you can see, like any little bit of residue that was left behind. And what the best part is about this stuff is it gives it like that beading ability. So the next time I go to the car wash, the dirt, I mean, I'm not even kidding, it rinses off the way it did because I've been using this stuff on here. And you can use it on paint, you can use it over like clear bra or wraps, and this is it. Use a clean cloth, you know, clean the surface stuff off, get that off, and then use another dry side of the cloth to just give it a little wipe down and just do one panel at a time. All right, and voila, nice and glossy and clean. I'll do the rest of the car. I won't bore you with that, but it'll be at ddcarcare.com. We just got the domain all set up. There's nothing there yet, so you don't need to go check it out, but this is gonna be the DD Car Care line. Easy to use, meant for dummies like me. It's perfect for everybody else. I swear by this stuff. One of the big, and honestly, one of my pet peeves, if I can talk, is glass. Because we're vloggers, because we film cars, we film through glass and through windshields. I wanted a really good glass product. So this glass product we're using, Ryan formulated it. Mwah, it's perfect. Streak free, cleans your glass, and that way you have really nice glass to vlog through if that's what you do, or maybe you just want to see when you're fucking driving. So all this. Oh, by the way, I forgot the purple bottle. We also have like a do-it-yourself simple, just spray on ceramic spray. You can put this over top of anything. Actually, this stuff smells like grape bubble gum. This one smells good. They don't all smell like stuff, but that one smells amazing. Thanks for watching the video, you guys. I'm excited to launch the DD Car Care product line. That's really cool. Something I've wanted to do for a long, long time. It only makes sense. We have all these cars. 99% of the time, I wash my own cars. I don't take them to a detailer or anything like that. It's not hard. It takes me about 30 minutes to do a good little wash on the outside if I'm doing it here. I got my little electric pressure washer. Get a bucket of soap, get it all clean. And then afterwards, if I'm going bananas and detailing, I'll use a bunch of these other products like the ceramic spray to finish it off, the glass cleaner, the interior spray, and things like that to make it smell and ultimately last the cleanliness of the car. Make it easier the second time or third time or 10th time you clean it because it obviously repels the dirt and makes it just hydrophobic so that the water hits it and takes the dirt right off. Other than that, I probably need to do a fucking workout. I'm getting a little fat. I've been busy, like I said, just focused on DD videos, travel. Travel comes with not eating the healthiest food, but maybe that's just an excuse. I'm gonna finish wiping this thing down and making it look perfect. I'll see you guys in the next video. We will be doing more of these, I promise you that. We were doing them daily for a while. That just became exhausting because Dave and I were like, we're filming stuff that makes no sense. And we make titles and thumbnails sometimes that are really honest, and honest being like not clickbaity at all, and no one really watches them. So sometimes we're like, do you guys even really want to see the real behind the scenes, or you just want to see more car stuff? Because these videos aren't really intended to be more car stuff. Today was more car stuff because, well, it's the first one we've done in weeks. I think maybe even a month. So anyhow, I love you guys. I appreciate the support. And I hope you guys like the next video because it's a wild one. Twin turbo SVJ. Fastest car I've ever driven. Peace. Well, Hummer life. Hummer wouldn't start. Wouldn't even start if I tried jumping it to the G-Wagon. I had to get the booster pack to connect it to the second battery. That's what it took to get the Hummer started. Hummer life.